Today we're going to replace the air filter in a 2010 Acura TL. This is a SH AWD model, so obviously you're going to need an air filter, some safety glasses, some rubber gloves, and a little screwdriver here to pry off these little teeny caps that hold the entire engine cover together. Probably going to need some other tools. I'll show you those in just a few minutes. We'll remove this. We'll probably have to remove this as well because the air filter is right under here. All right, to move these little plastic caps, just carefully take a little screwdriver and kind of pry it up under here and pop them out. There's a square hole, square hole here, and you can see that these are square here, so that's how they pop right back. They pop right back in. Take your time. Don't break these things off, because if you do, then this thing is going to rattle around when you're driving down the road. All right, there was a clip up here, second one, a third one, and also in this bottom cover, there was a clip sort of underneath this little rubber sealer here, one in the front, another one over here. So a total of 6 clips. Getting the cover off, just carefully lift it up, put it to the side and out of the way so you don't trip on it and break it, and then carefully lift this front piece up. And then move it out of the way as well. To get the cover off, there are 4 bolts, one here, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, which you can't really see, and another one. This takes an 8mm socket, and I'm just going to put in the end of a nut driver and back these out. Now the screws don't come out, so you don't have to worry about them falling down in the engine bay, which is a very nice feature. Otherwise, you spend all your time crawling underneath the car. Now that that's done, we can easily pop up the air filter cover and take the air filter out. Once you get your air filter off, you'll notice there are 3 tabs here, 1, 2, and 3, but there's not one on this side here. That's what goes all the way in the back. So basically, 2 tabs here, driver's side. 2 tabs, driver's side, and just pop it right back in. Getting the cover on is pretty simple. If it doesn't go on that easy, you might not have something lined up, so make sure this cover doesn't kind of go down into the actual cavity itself. It should snap right back up on top, and simply tighten the bolts back down. Something I like to do is I don't get them down super tight initially. That way you have a little bit of play in this if you need to move it around. Otherwise, if you get one down super tight, then you can't move it around and get it sort of, get the other little bolts lined up. So just a little tip there. Maybe it'll help you get this thing out a little bit easier. This is an extremely simple process here. This is all live. I'm not speeding the camera up or cutting scenes out. This is all of about I don't know, maybe a 5-minute process. So now that I have all the screws lined up, I'm going to go ahead and crank them down. I'm not going to tighten these things down to any kind of real super tight. I'm just going to put them on sort of hand tight plus a little bit of hand force there. I don't want to break the plastic tabs here. And I certainly don't want to make it so I can't get this thing off the next time. Now that we have the air filter back in, we have the 4 bolts tightened down, let's put the engine covers on. This is actually the hardest part right here, is getting this first one on here. So you got to kind of wedge it up underneath there, pull this up, get all these little clips lined up, and there you go. Once I have both these pieces in, then I'm going to go ahead and replace these small plastic clips. But I'd like to get everything situated first before I start putting the clips back in. Okay, there's no real order to put these in. I'm just going to start at the top, work my way around. 1, 2, 3. Carefully lift this small guard so you don't pinch it. Last 2, and then we're done. Make sure everything is nice and tight before you close your hood. That's it, folks. That's how you change the air filter in a 2010 Acura TL. This is a SH AWD model. I'm guessing the other models are going to be the same. It's a pretty straightforward process. Thanks for watching.